Hi, my name is Bethany, and welcome to episode 6 of the library. I'm very excited about today. I think this might be one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, and I know that we just got started, but you guys, this is so fun. I asked my children what books would they recommend to people as for gifts, and what books do they have like very strong memories of, and there's a whole stack of them. Like um the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I'll say that. So this today's video is all about the books that my children think that your children would enjoy, the books that my kids have wonderful memories of, and the books that they wanted to make sure that you knew about so that you could share with your kids. So I'm very excited about this. It ranges from board books all the way up to chapter books. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone, which is just, it was really sweet. Like, it was really amazing to see what books that they were like, oh, you need to recommend this one, or, oh, I had such a great memory of reading this one. So I was thrilled by their selection, and I'm thrilled to share this with you. This entire book list, you can find, it's an affiliate Amazon link. It's listed in my description. So if you don't have these books, or you're not familiar with this, or you're looking for book suggestions to get for your children for the holidays or for birthdays, I recommend this. I have some sniffles. I'm sorry. So hopefully I don't sneeze horrifically. That would be embarrassing. But here we go. I hope you're ready because I'm so excited. Let's start with the board books. Okay. Oh, hold on. You're going to hear them plopping down on the ground. So don't mind if you hear that little noise as we go through these books. There's a lot. Okay. So this is very nostalgic for me because when they were babies, we read these books over and over and over again. Some of them I have taped back together. I kept all of the board books from when my children were babies. Every single one of them. I don't have babies anymore. They are, elementary, middle school age children. But I have kept the board books. And so you are going to see some worn copies because we read them so much. Okay, so let's get started with this one, Are You My Mother? I just love that this is the one that they were like, hey, don't forget this one. Eric Carle, who is my personal favorite, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I don't know if you could tell, this one's kind of worn. Can you see how it's worn on the edges? It's so cute. Sandra Boynton, if you're not familiar with her, okay, look, this is Blue Hat, Green Hat. But truthfully, we have several of these books listed here. And we have read them and laughed and enjoyed every single one of them. So she's iconic and she's a classic for board books. You cannot go wrong. Here's the plot. Okay, this one is Giraffes Can't Dance. And look at this, guys. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to go down memory lane with me on this. This is so fun. But look, we taped it back together because bless it, it was read so much, but I'm sorry. Giraffes Can't Dance is about a giraffe who was told he can't dance, and that's just simply not true. Kids love this book. My children have very fond memories of it. Okay, so the next few books are part of, they're from a company that take classic literature and they make them into board books. And I love classic literature. It's my personal favorite. So when they started creating these board books when my kids were little, I bought them. I bought a lot of them. So I'm just going to give you a sample of them, but there's so many. There's so many. So we have, this is Alice in Wonderland. Okay, hold on. Alice in Wonderland, Treasure Island, The Secret Garden, and The Jungle Book. I'm telling you guys, they have way more than these 4 listed. I just grabbed them. One, because my daughter was very into Alice in Wonderland for a very long time. She used to tote this little cute book. Look, the worn edges get me every single time, you guys. But she toted this book around literally everywhere we went for a very long time. And one of my most favorite memories is we went to Disney World and she met Alice for the first time. And she said to Alice, "I know you. I read your book." And Alice was like, "Wait, what?" And then Treasure Island and The Secret Garden, and then The Jungle Book. And the way that these are done is that each format's a little bit different. Sometimes they have like, they just mention like the animal, and then others will have like, they'll focus on shapes, and sometimes they do tell the story. But it's definitely like, this is a like a flowers primer. So each book is so it's just very beautifully done. It's lovely. So huge. There's more than just these. Okay, if you like classics like I like classics, you're in for quite a treat. Okay, and then The Little Blue Book. This is such a classic book. We read it over and over again. There's more worn edges, you guys. Look, oh my gosh. This is just the sweetest little book. Sweetest little story. I love it so much. And kids love it. Boys and girls love it. I have given this book to expecting mothers. And it doesn't matter to me if they have a boy or if they're expecting a boy or a girl, because both boys and girls love this sweet little story. So good. Okay. Let's go. We're going to go with, hopefully I don't drop these because the stack is so big. The stack is so big. Okay. Also, my children were like, "Oh yeah, like we also like reading the Bible." And that is true. And so here's 2 picture books of the Bible, the Beginner's Bible. We didn't read this one as much, but this one is the Storybook Bible. And it's a blessing to read, and kids love it. And I don't know if you could tell, I had to tape it together because we read it so many times. So I could have just replaced it, but it's still, it's still bound. It's not like loose pages, but this is just like beautiful illustrations, and the way that they word things, it's so beautiful. It's like this one is like, look how pretty that is. So just 2 great options if you're looking for picture books, Bibles to go. Okay, so let's go to picture books. All right, so this one we have lost the cover for, but it's If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. We have If You Give a Mouse a Muffin, If You Give a Pig a Pancake. We have all of them. This is a classic. My kids love it. The cover's gone. So I was like, where's the cover? We don't know, but we've read this. We refer to it all the time. If you're feeling overwhelmed with life and you feel like things are just piling up, you're in a give a mouse a cookie situation. Trust me. Okay. Hopefully the stack of books does not knock over my tripod. That would be a disaster. Mother Bruce, such a funny book. Cannot recommend this one enough. It's hilarious. Now we're just putting books everywhere. This is Elephant and Piggy books, or we call it Gerald and Piggy, by Mo Willems. And these are just, this is not the first book in the series, but Elephant and Piggy are some of our favorite characters. I think we own every single book. We've read them multiple times. They're great for beginner readers, but you know what? They're just fun to read aloud. Like, this is so simple. Is there a bird on my head? No. So these characters, like, they're so good. They're so good. And one of the things I love about Mo Willems is that he purposely creates characters that children can copy and draw, so that they can be inspired as well to make their own work. I think that's amazing. Yesterday when we were talking about funny picture books, I told you about Alistair Ham. And this is his first book, No Tooting at Tea. It is one of the funniest books ever. It is probably one of the first picture books when I asked my kids today, like, hey, what books do you recommend? This is one of the first ones that they gravitated towards because this book is hilarious. Boys and girls like this book because you shouldn't toot at tea, but sometimes it happens. The author of Mother Bruce also wrote We Don't Eat Our Classmates. Hey, if you need a book for the night before school, or just to bring some humor, it's so funny. Okay, Pig the Star by Aaron Blabey. I'm going to mention Aaron Blabey a lot today. This is the first mention. We have every single book he's ever written. We are huge Aaron Blabey fans. We love him so much. Pig the Pug is hilarious. This is not the first book in the Pig the Pug series, but we own them all, and I recommend every single one of them. This dog is diabolical, and I have several diabolical dogs of my own, so we love this character. If you know me, then you're not surprised by the next two recommendations, which is Dragons Love Tacos. They also have Dragons Love Tacos too. We also own every book by the author and illustrator of Dragons Love Tacos because I think their work is phenomenal. I think they are so funny. So get Dragons Love Tacos, host a taco party, read the book out loud. Your kids will love it. And then the next one is Please Mr. Panda. This is one of my most favorite books. I think we own every book by this author as well, Steve Anthony. It's very simple. Mr. Panda just wants to share his donuts. And so this is another great food-themed book. Get some donuts. Read this book. It's hilarious. Also, Steve Anthony is colorblind, and so he uses a lot of primary colors. So you'll see it's like black and white throughout the book, and then the only thing that actually has color outside of black and white are the donuts. So he's talked extensively about this, and I just think it's amazing how it transcends into his art. Another Mo Willems book, because can you mention Elephant and Piggy without the pigeon? I think not. Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. Hilarious. This character is, you think Pig the Pug is diabolical? This pigeon's on a whole new level. So if you think that conspiracies about pigeons being not real, well, if you read the pigeon books, that will either confirm or deny how you feel. Okay. I'm saving the best picture book for last. So if you see me like shuffling, it's because I'm saving my favorite one for last. Yesterday I mentioned don't take a pirate to see. If you think you should take a pirate to see Santa, don't. Here's another one in this series, which is if you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't. And Magnolia, our fearless leader, is going to walk you through what happens when you do something outrageous, like bringing a literal piano to the beach. Again, there's a whole series with Magnolia and the Don't series, and it's so funny. So we're showing you one, but I'm telling you they're all great. This one is The Day the Crayons Came Home. This is really funny, but also my dogs were here and they ate this book. Personal pet peeve of mine. Okay, favorite picture book that I have saved for the last is Aaron Blabey again, Pig the Pug. Piranhas Don't Eat Bananas is the book that I choose anytime I'm going to read aloud to a classroom or read aloud to a group of kids. This is the funniest book in the world. That's not an exaggeration. I think this book is so funny. Kids love this book. This is the book that you want to read aloud to a group of children, to one child. It's so funny. Like, Aaron Blabey has this incredible gift of just creating this ridiculous scenario that's kids are like, okay, this is funny. This is great. So I cannot recommend this book enough. It is my favorite book to read aloud, to give away, to recommend. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right. So now we're going to move to chapter books. Whew. Hold on. There's a lot. I was very honored that my children mentioned The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. C.S. Lewis is my personal favorite. I adore this book. We have read this aloud multiple times, and my kids love it. And I always tell them that in the book, the humans are the sons of Adam and the daughters of Eve. And I always tell them, like, I am so glad that I have my sons of Adam and my daughter of Eve. Okay. This next book is Timmy Failure. This book, we actually discovered this book because it was a movie on Disney Plus. But it's a 7 or 8 series book about a kid named Timmy Failure. He is not a failure. That's just his last name. And it's just a really funny series. It's very well written. It's hilarious. Read the books, watch the movie. It's a great time. My youngest has gotten really into this. This is a series, Sherlock Holmes, which is called Easy Classics. Sherlock Holmes is an entire series of Sherlock Holmes books. They are chapter books, but my child loves Sherlock Holmes, and so this was a easy. He started reading Sherlock Holmes when he was like 6 or 7 years old. 6, 7. Yeah. When he was 6 or 7 years old, and he was like, "You've got to mention this. I love those books." Okay, it's great. Here's another Aaron Blabey book. I'm telling you guys, this author is so good. He wrote this series called the Bad Guy series. You may be familiar with the Bad Guy series because they have made now 2 movies about these characters, which is, the premise is so funny. What happens when the scary apex predators of the world decide that they don't want to be labeled as bad guys anymore? They want to be labeled as good guys. And he has a 20+ book series about the bad guys. It's so good. The movies give you a great snapshot. The books really deep dive into these characters. These are easy readers. They're illustrated. I love recommending this book. Boys and girls love these books too. My daughter said these are 2 books that she read when she was younger, which is The Princess in Black, and then Sophie the Mouse. And they're both chapter books, easy to read. They're fantastic. We have, I think, almost the whole series for both of them, but she has read them over and over again. A family favorite in our home is The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. There's a picture book edition of this. Catherine Applegate has written multiple books, chapter books for children. We own almost every single one of them, and my kids have read them multiple times, but they love the story of The One and Only Ivan. I think there's a movie too. I told you that was going to happen. I think there's a movie of this too. I will say, if you go to the Zoo Atlanta, Ivan was a real gorilla who ended up at Zoo Atlanta, and there is a statue in his honor. So whenever we go to the zoo, we stop and we acknowledge Ivan. Great book. My son wanted to mention Hatchet by Gary Paulson. He loves this book. We are big Beverly Cleary fans. When Beverly Cleary passed away, I cried for like a week. I was so devastated. They love Ramona Quimby, age 8. We own all of Beverly Cleary's books. We love them all. And then Henry Huggins, which is another one that we have read as a family multiple times out loud, because there is nothing funnier than a boy and his adventures with his dog. Nothing funnier. And so relatable in our home. Okay, what books did I drop? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Molly Mandy is Millie Molly Mandy is a series that my daughter read. So she loves this. Millie Molly Mandy is one person. That's her full name. And these are just like, just really sweet early readers. I think maybe ages 8 to 10. Fantastic. Okay. We're almost there. Thank you for hanging in with me on these. Okay, the I Survive books. You can get I Survive chapter books, I Survive graphic novels. These are age-appropriate nonfiction books about real events that happened for kids to read. They're fantastic. This one is about Hurricane Katrina. And so you can see it's set up as a graphic novel, but there's also just traditional. Excellent books, series. My children love them. They all of my kids, boys and girls, love them. You can't go wrong. Kate DiCamillo, who wrote Because of Winn-Dixie, also wrote this really funny and absolutely hilarious series about a pig named Mercy Watson. And Mercy Watson eats buttered toast. This book is so funny. We have read it aloud together. They have read it individually. It comes in a series. If you're not familiar with Mercy Watson, boys and girls love Mercy Watson. And it's a great introduction to Kate DiCamillo. Okay. My son, we've lost the cover for this one, but this is called The Impossible Creatures. It's about dragons. He just read this a few months ago. He said he really liked it and he wanted to make sure that it was included. So I'm including that. This is another book. I think this is also a TV series. Well, it literally says it's on Netflix. Okay. The Last Kids on Earth is I actually don't know what this book is about, but I will tell you that my children love this book. I think they're fighting monsters. That's what I think is happening. So it's kind of like, my kids love it. It's really wholesome. The author, he does the illustrations too, I think. Yeah, no, he doesn't. It's illustrated by someone else, but this is a great series. My kids really enjoy it. It's very wholesome. Okay, the last two are some of our favorite chapter books. So I was very thrilled when they wanted me to mention the illustrated version of The Hobbit. This is unabridged. The illustrations are beautiful. We read this book aloud as a family. I loved reading it to them. I love the series. I love Tolkien. So if you're wondering, we started with letters from Father Christmas, and then eventually we moved into introducing The Hobbit. It's so good. Okay, I've saved the best chapter book for last. This is one of the funniest chapter books I think that you can read, which is the 13-Story Treehouse series. Is all about two guys. It's actually the author and the illustrator. They named the characters after themselves. It's two guys, Andy and Terry, and they own a treehouse. And their treehouse has 13 stories. And each book adds 13 stories to the treehouse. And they ask really important questions, like what happens if you have, a full Olympic-sized swimming pool with a man-eating shark? This is things that kids can relate to. If it had been written when I was a child, there would have been an entire situation with sinking sand, because we were told that was going to be a very active part of our lives. This series is so funny to read aloud. It's so funny for kids to read. My children love it. They all mentioned, hey, don't forget 13-Story Treehouse. So this is a fan favorite in our home. It has illustrations. I would say that you could easily get it for ages 8 to 13 very easily, because even a 13-year-old is going to laugh hysterically. I laughed hysterically reading this series. So we read it aloud as a family. They read it on their own. Cannot recommend it enough. But we did it. I'm so glad that you hung in there with me. I hope this gives you lots of good book gift suggestions. From my family to yours, happy reading and happy shopping for books as gifts. It's the best time of the year.